Hello everybody, welcome back to AnimeQuest. This is AnimeQuest here, and we're going to be talking trash about one of the biggest, longest-lasting anime licensing companies that we have here in North America. That's right, we're talking about AnimeWorks, who have actually produced some pretty good titles back in the day, like Mezzo Forte and Berserk, of all fucking things. Now, when I say that the company is trash, because that's definitely going to be the title and thumbnail of this video, I'm not necessarily talking about their dubbing. In fact, I've liked a lot of their dubs, like the original Berserk dub was theirs. The Kite dub, for example, there are some pretty good dubs that came out of the company, and that is not at all what I'm talking about. For the most part, I'm talking about the titles that they choose to license, how often they choose to license those titles, and the quality of their home video releases, which, let me be honest with you, is kind of trash, and I'm going to explain why, at least off of the few examples that I own. We're going to start things off with a home video release of theirs that wasn't initially theirs. It was initially licensed and dubbed by Geneon, and now the license has gone to Viz Media. So yes, I am aware that there is a far superior Blu-ray set out there of this title, but when you see this title floating on Right Stuff, the entire series for $7.99, you can't really pass that up. It's the complete DVD series. It's fucking the creators of Ghost in the Shell, same character designers. Hell, I think it's the same voice actress, for the English dub at least, who did the Major on the Ghost in the Shell TV series standalone complex. So how can you pass that up? And that would be Morty Bito, Guardian of the Spirit, the AnimeWorks release. As you can see, that sucks dick. See, what that was I was trying to load the previous clip that I had recorded so that I could start trimming and whatnot. But I'm going to leave that in. Anyways, we're going to talk about this real quick. So what's the problem with this? Seems like a nice little release. Like, you can hold all the DVDs you need. It looks good. What's really wrong with it? I'll tell you what's wrong with it, and I just took a peek at what's wrong with it. I mean, it holds all the episodes. The artwork's fairly nice, I guess. It gives you a nice little description on the back here. She carries the pain of 8 souls. He carries the burden of 1 sacred spirit. That's what it says on the back of the case. Oh, one fell out. It's got a stacked DVD side, where they take one side and they just shove all the DVDs there. It's got one of those. It's shit. Especially when you consider how many discs are here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like 9 fucking discs all stacked into one side. They could have probably fit this series on half the discs, half the amount of discs. It's not like they have an abundance of special features. Actually, they do have some decent special features. Production art booklet, Morty Bito trailers. Okay, I don't really consider that a special feature. Promo film, not really. Full promo film, a press conference, and a discussion panel. Okay, well, there are a little bit of special features on here. But regardless, even then, they probably could have reduced the number of discs, and they didn't need to have them in a stacked case like this. They could have done probably like 6 discs. Give me a moment. I'm going to go grab an example here of another series that I own and love. I have actually a lot of those DVD cases that have stacked discs, stacked sides. But they probably could have did something like, 6 discs. Like with Planetess, this Bandai release of Planetess had 6 discs, and it had all of them shoved into this big case. 6, just standard DVD set. I don't see why Morty Bito couldn't have done that. I guess you could make the argument that Morty Bito doesn't take up as much space on your shelf. But still, what's that little bit extra space when it comes to actually being able to get to your fucking discs? Next up, we're going to do... Here is Greenwood, which I have not been able to watch yet for various reasons. First, we're going to just criticize this a little bit. I've already tried to fix it. As you'll notice, the side of the spine of the release is kind of cutting over to the front. That's because it's not sized very well to fit this DVD case. I've already tried to like open it up and like move it over so that it would look a little bit more even. You can't, because it's taking up all the space that it possibly can in this black DVD case. Next, the DVD art itself. Literally just like, yeah, literally just a case, just one disc that says disc 1 and then one disc that says disc 2. They didn't change up the artwork. Not a huge deal, but still it's very unprofessional. This whole company so far has been reeking of unprofessional. I honestly don't know how they survived the mid to late 2000s anime recession that killed off ADV Films, that killed off Geneon Entertainment, that killed off Bandai fucking Entertainment. I don't know how they survived. I'm going to assume it has something to do with the fact that they were never a very big company to begin with. So with a few layoffs, they were fine. They announced a few layoffs, that they were going to be like laying off like it was like 20 to 50 employees, I read a long time ago, that they laid off back in like, I think it was like 2012. But I'm not sure. You guys would have to look that up for yourself. I guess they also do a lot of hentai, and that was kind of their bread and butter. That's probably another reason they survived. Even during the recession, I'm sure their porn was selling as prolifically as normal. But regardless, very unprofessional. But there's also another huge problem with this, and it's the fact that this laptop right now that I'm recording this on, as well as my 3 PlayStations, my PlayStation 2, my PlayStation 3, and my PlayStation 4, they don't play this. They don't play these discs. They're DVDs. It's a DVD, but I don't know what this is. This is official release. I purchased it brand new on Right Stuff. It's like one of these blue DVD discs, which I haven't seen very often. The only other time I've seen a DVD that looks like this was for a PS2 game I purchased called Oni. But even that played on my PlayStation 2, hopefully, because it's a PlayStation 2 game. But even that played on my PS2, so I was thinking, okay, maybe this will play on my PS2. No, it didn't. And I'll show some video proof of that, too. I'll put that at the end of the video, because it's not the only release that does that. Next up, a little title named Step Up Love Story. Now, I'm going to show you some screenshots. I'm not going to record audio and put it over it. I'm not going to put audio over it, because it's only going to be a couple quick and done screenshots. But this title right here, Step Up Love Story, its DVDs work fine. That's kind of nice. Its DVDs work all right. It's standard ass looking DVD. Well, I guess it's kind of the blue one too, but I don't know why that one plays on my PS4 and like Here is Greenwood and this other title I have doesn't. I don't understand as to why. But there's one little problem with this title that I would have to say, not really. I'm not sure if it's AnimeWorks' fault, but I'm going to bring it up anyways because I don't know who decides, like the details of a product before it goes up onto Right Stuff. But here's some screenshots. And so I cry sometimes when I'm lying in bed just to get it out what's in my head. And as you saw with those screenshots, basically it used to say that there was an English dub, and now it doesn't. Well, that's because I take my anime a little seriously sometimes, and I wasn't mean. I was very respectful and very polite, but I just notified the folks over at Right Stuff that when I purchased the title, it said there was an English dub, but there really wasn't. So I don't know whose fault it was. Could have been Right Stuff's fault. Could have been AnimeWorks' fault when they first sent the product to them and gave them the description of what was available with the product. I don't know how it works because I don't work in that business. But regardless, I don't know whose fault that is, but it was kind of a big deal to me, and they're the only company whose release I found had any sort of similar problem in the past, and that's why I'm saying, yeah, fuck you, AnimeWorks. Next up, there's really nothing wrong with this release. It's ladies versus butlers. You got some sexy chicks on the front. It's got an English dub. The English dub's okay. It's a fairly standard Blu-ray release. It's got a decent English dub and everything, so I have no problem with that. The only complaint I'd probably have is, honestly, compared to the DVD release, the cover might be just a bit too scantily clad for my taste, and on top of that, the Blu-ray camera they're using is kind of flimsy, but that's really the only complaint I have. Next up, Genjiken. Looks nice. It's got an alright cover, so that's neat. They've got different artwork for all the different cases, so all the different DVDs have different artwork. Doesn't play in my DVD and Blu-ray players. It doesn't play in my PS2, my PS3, my PS4, or my laptop. It's a common theme. I know it's a common theme that my players have, that our PlayStation and Sony consoles are the majority of my DVD players. I had to borrow a regular DVD player before those titles would start working in it. I had to go over to my mom's house and say, hey, Mom, can I use your DVD player? Thankfully, she has internet now, so she mostly watches Netflix, and she didn't mind. But I'm like, okay, sweet. DVD player. I can finally watch these titles. So I've started watching Genjiken. I already knew I liked Genjiken before I purchased it. I still need to buy Season 2. The only reason I was reluctant to is because I don't have a player that will play it, and I don't want to spend what's $30 now because the Right Stuff holiday sale's over on a title from them that might not even fucking work in your player. Who would want to fucking do that? Anyways, yeah, shitty company. AnimeWorks kind of sucks. You guys need to step your game up. This is bullshit. I'm not even kidding you. This is ridiculous. Your DVDs should be playing in all DVD players, okay? Your releases shouldn't have description issues online. They should be telling the exact truth of what's in them, not possibly deceiving people like me into thinking that there's going to be an English language version even when there's not. I'm okay with watching subtitled anime, but mostly I only like watching stuff that's simulcasting right now subtitled. So that was a bit of a problem for me. You know, just step up your game. Fix your releases. Make sure they can be played better. Make sure they're slightly better quality. You're still doing all right on the dub side of things, AnimeWorks. And I realize that you are a company who's been hurting for the past few years. So that's why I'm kind of like, you guys are all right. Now, this video has been droning on for about 12 minutes now. So I'm going to go ahead and move over to the proof that those titles don't play in my media players. Here you guys go. So here we are to take 3. And I have to constantly readjust my HDMI cable, so these are mostly technical issues on my end. So this isn't AnimeWorks' fault, this is just me. My PS2 is acting up, don't know what the deal with that is. And my PlayStation 3 and PS4, I need to switch the HDMI cables constantly because I don't have 2 separate cables for them. So for take 3, take 1 was done on my phone, so that made that hard. Take 2 was done on my phone again. Also, I tried to shorten the clip because I can only apparently email myself clips. I don't have an SD card adapter that will go into my laptop, so I can only email myself clips if they're like 20 megabytes or smaller, and it didn't work no matter how fast I tried to go. So we're going to do 1 clip on 1 device that plays DVDs, so you'll still get the point, but PS4 doesn't play them either. Just keep that in mind. And yeah, here we go. We're starting off with disc 1 of Here Is Greenwood into my PlayStation 3, which I left in my PS2 from the last take. Alright. Bam. Here's Greenwood, disc 1. PlayStation 3. Wish there was better lighting. Struggles to get it in there. The disc must be too fat or something. I don't know what the deal with that is. But still. It's weird. Alright, so DVD video. Probably can't see that, can you? Let's scoot you forward a little bit. DVD video. So it's acknowledging that there's a DVD in there, which is kind of nice. It makes you almost think like, hey, maybe it's going to work. But it's not going to fucking work. It's not going to work at all. It's not going to work. Okay? Dog? Comprende? Okay? Yeah? See? Do you see it working? Does it look like it's working to you? Does it look like... I saw some sparks. Oh, it's going back up. Yep. Video can't be played. It cannot be played, sir. It cannot be played. So, we'll get that one out. It's going to struggle again to get the disc out. Yeah, that's right. Push! Push like you're giving birth, PlayStation 3. Sorry for doing this to you. Genjiken. Well, we're going to do Volume 2 because it's the easiest one to get out. Alright. Go in there, Volume 2. Slid right in. That's kind of nice. I really wished it had worked. I really wanted to watch these shows. I mean, I guess I can watch them on like Kiss Anime or something. At least I can say I bought them. So I don't know. It just upsets me a little bit. It's pretty much all it is. So this DVD should be popping up anytime now. Click on it. Jang da bang da biggity bang da bang da biggity ba. I don't know. That was horrible. All right. As you can see, black screen. followed by particle effect, followed by returning to my home screen, followed by this disc cannot be played. Look at that. I can predict the future. Oh, video can't be played. Okay, whatever. So yeah, AnimeWorks, you suck ass. Fix your shit. You suck complete dick. This has been AnimeQuest. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next quest for anime.